So hey guys, before this video starts, I just want to say I think this is a good time to announce now. This is the road to 500 subscribers. We're on about 525 or somewhere around that mark at the time of this recording. And it would, if you're not already subscribed, please do. Let's try and get to 500 subscribers. It would really help me out a lot. So please consider subscribing, and now on to the video. Hey guys, Kosher here, and today we're going to be reviewing Dirt Track Fabulous Hudson Hornet and Jett Robinson. Now today in this video we've got a lot of other cars that we're going to be comparing these to. At the end we have, starting off, the most obvious, the China variant of Fabulous Hudson Hornet there. We have the Heyday versions of Louise along with River Scott. I didn't see much point in bringing the regular versions when these are the Heyday guys anyway. The regular version of River Scott, because we don't have the Heyday one just yet, and Edwin Cranks here as well, which would be really cool. Now I thought I'd bring all these guys along because I never actually got around to reviewing River Scott, Louise Nash or Junior Moon. Don't know why, I just seemed to open them and never reviewed them, so I do apologise for that, but that's a long time ago, so there's no point in reviewing them now. The closest I'll probably get is if, when they release the Heyday River Scott, I can compare him, and they may correct Junior Moon and put the number 11 and the correct tyres, because pretty much this guy right here is just 2016, 2017 River Scott, so they're, at the same age, just they've made his paint, shiny and new and gave him new white wall tyres. That's pretty much what this is. But anyway, we're not here to talk about them today. The star of the show is, but the stars of the show today is more correctly the Thailand variant of Dirt Track Fabulous Hudson Hornet, because it is different to this one, which I did actually review. So if you'd like to see my review on this, it will be on my channel. It will probably be the Cars Free playlist. And obviously Jett is a brand new character. So, starting off with the box here, I decided to get a double pack because there's barely any listings for this guy. And from RC Cars 5's review, I heard this guy had a slightly different mould. And just from seeing it myself, I thought it looked great. So, and this is also cheaper than finding this guy on its own. So here we have the art here for them both. Brand new art for Doc for this series. This series is called Doc's Racing Days, which is awesome. So brand new art for Doc, which looks really cool. This looks more like a art that would have been taken back in the day, which is cool. And then you've got Jett Robinson there looking very angry and determined. We have a rushed background, which is awesome. Disney Pixar Cars logo. We have the number 51 there of Doc's Racing Days. Dirt Track Fabulous Hudson Hornet with loads and loads of languages, and Jett Robinson. It's also my first Thailand double pack, so it's weird that bump goes all the way along there. Now as we turn them around, you can see some of the other cars to get. But first it says, back in the day, Doc Hudson and friends mastered the racetrack with their quick wits and old school tyres. So we've got a picture of Doc there with Junior. We just go a little zoom and you can kind of see some background stuff, which is awesome. You can see the Cars logo again in the 51. Now other cars we've got, this is not to be confused with the original one. This is Heyday River Scott. This guy I believe is called Duke. He looks awesome. I love the exhaust and the no fenders around here. It looks really cool. Leroy Hemming, which I've yet to find at a price that I want, and this will be the Heyday version of Smokey, the Thailand one. So technically looking from this I have none, but if you count the China version as this, then I have the one on the back there, which is really cool. So like I said, I'm looking forward to these guys the most, and I'm really looking forward to Heyday River Scott. I really wish they gave us him in that Toys R Us 4-pack, which I got the other guys in, because come on, he's the guy who looks much older than what Louise and Junior do. He's got tons of rust on him. He's all faded, like completely faded from that picture there. He would have been a much better choice, but they decided to give us cut like Louise, which was barely any different at all. But fair enough. Right, let's get these guys out of the way. So that's pretty much all for the box there. So now I think without further ado, let's get these two out of the packaging. Well, as you guys saw there, they came out super easily, which probably isn't very good for security reasons, you know, people stealing them. There wasn't a whole load of glue there, and the plastic bit, they just slipped straight out because, funny enough, this piece of plastic that holds them in, you guys know how it usually bends. There's usually a section where you can pull it sort of, it will bend out, and then the car, obviously, there's the little cubby where it sits in, the shape is, I don't know, it breaks the shape of it. Whereas this was just, you know, you couldn't do that. The car's just slot into the hole and nothing moves. So, and that hole obviously wasn't tight enough for the car, so they both just slipped out pretty much. So that's not very good for that, but oh well, who cares? They're out of the box. And now here they are, we're reviewing them. They look awesome. I had a little look over of these guys, and they're looking great. I've already seen one thing I didn't realise about Doc, which is different to the other one, which is awesome indeed. I must say, they do look really cool though. I mean, I know people haven't liked Jett's eyes too much. I do think they're a bit too on the big side, in my opinion. But I think the eye plate looks great. It's just the actual eyes themselves maybe are a bit too big. But anyway. Well, as for where these guys appear in the movie, they both appear in the flashback scene. Now, Doc appears right at the beginning in his own flashback scene in Radiator Springs, probably back in like 2006, 2007. Somewhere around that time with McQueen. But then we see Jett. I'll put a picture up on the screen now of where you can see Jett, and then I'll put a picture of Doc up as well. You just get to see the rear end of this guy, so that's maybe why these eyes are a bit big or something, but the art looks completely fine, so I don't know. Yeah, so I'm really happy that they're releasing these old cars because I love the old racers. Like I said, I'm really excited for Duke. Also, Leroy's going to be really cool as well, but he's about £20, I think I can get him for at the moment, which is what I got this pack for. So, I don't know, I thought it was a better idea to get the pack, so to get 2 cars rather than for one. But yeah, like I said, it's awesome that they're releasing these. Now, the only other iteration of this guy we have is of Herb Kerbler. He actually, a part of the Thomasville Racing Legends, he honours Jett Robinson and uses his paint job, just the only difference being 54. So I think it's pretty cool that we've now got the original guy as well. Maybe they'll do that for more of the races if they are, them other paint jobs were in Cars 3. I'm not really too sure on that. The Duke doesn't look like it represents anyone, and no one represented Leroy, so who knows, maybe. But yeah, apart from that, there's pretty much the only place we saw them in the movie, unfortunately. There was obviously this other scene when we see McQueen watching an old clip where he's in Doc's sort of garage, and we see some old racers and an old commentator, but I don't think you can see this guy there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you just see the back of him when they go to the flashback scene in the bar where you see Doc flip over Leroy. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. So I think, without further ado, we should start the physical review on Doc and then make our way over to Jett here, the much more exciting one of the two. So now here is the Thailand version of Dirt Track Doc. Now the first thing you'll notice is the eye plate. In my opinion, it looks much better than the these tiny little eyes. This one on this Doc, they won't put in the exact right place, so they're looking down a bit too much. But I won't compare him until I've finished the review. So this blue is awesome. It's much better. It's really nice in person. It's very shiny, like most of the Thailand cars. Very bright. It's really cool. I like it. Coming up to the grille here we have got the chrome grille looking awesome with the Hudson logo. Sadly, his lights are sort of just blobs, but I guess that's to be expected, and it's the same with what the China one was, so there's no downgrade there. We have the little hood pins, we have the little hood ornaments there. They don't. Alright, yeah, I got to stop comparing him to the normal one. Let's get with the review. Here is the eye plate up close. Bit grainy when you look up close, but from far away, they've done a great job. To the side here, we have the dirt and the old piston cup logo. Again, obviously because of the decals, it's a bit pixelated, but it doesn't matter. These wheels look awesome. There's less rim, more tyre, which looks better. Dirt Track Racer. And the thing I noticed is these wheels are a lot thicker, which is awesome. I like seeing this because it just gives them a bit more strength. Here is the base as well. I won't face it my way, so there's no face reveal. Made in Thailand. Doc is the only car to have a chrome base. Looking awesome. My original Doc has lost all its chrome now from 2006. I really need to get a new regular Doc. So maybe if they release a Thailand one, I might do that. And here we have the Hudson bit, which goes down the side. Another piece of chrome and the fabulous Hudson Hornet. logo actually looks really good for this, for a Thailand one. A bit pixelated back here once again. As you can see, that's very pixelated. But here, when there's no dirt, it looks great. I like the windows as well, the opaqueness, and they just look really, really cool. See, here's back wheel back here as well, which is nice. Hudson Hornet there with the 51s in each corner. Awesome. Really, really like that indeed. Now as we head round to the back, we have the Hornet, the two Hornet logos there, and the Hudson bit. Awesome, we know sort of Doc covered this up, and well, I mean, in the film I think that was present, but it was always a little bump. Still actually is a little bump of where it comes out, which is awesome, is staying true to it. We still don't have his license plate. To be fair, he may not have had his license plate back in the day, but on the normal Doc we've never got that. That would just be a finishing touch for me if they did that, but you never know. The Thailand variant of the, if they do a Thailand variant of the normal Doc, you never know, we may actually get that, because with Mattel they've done the tail lights and filled in things like that and added more detail, so hopefully we have his lights here, which I'm not sure if they're the same as, we actually have new parts. These grey bits here are actually painted rather than just being blue, which looks great. Chrome bumper looks good. Other side is the exact same, just really slightly difference in dirt and stuff. Awesome indeed. Trying to figure out, well, I guess we can compare to see if there's more dirt. Very awesome. Handles looking great, and as I said, I already showed the base. Very, very cool indeed. Now let's not waste too much time, because I know what you guys really want to see here. But here is the original one. First off, you can see probably the ride height is different-ish. These guys are definitely different models. This guy's more taller, but the roof's slightly different. Kind of hard to see, but I think it is. These lights are different along with these bits. You can see the colour is a lot different as well. And the twin H power is a lot more clearer on this, funny enough, than the China variant, sorry. The wheels, like I said, are a lot thicker on the new variant. And the wheels are also got more tyre to them. It's much easier. That Dirt Track Racer is a lot bigger. Also, the Dirt Track Racer doesn't have any dirt on this new Doc on the wheels at all. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad I've got both. I do like both, because that does look cool with the dirt on it. But this Thailand one does look great. Around here, it's a bit easy to see the logo. This looks more like proper dusty dirt than it does on the China one there. The Fabulous Hudson Hornet bit looks pretty much the same. This looks more like what we know it to be. Windows do vary a little bit. Now this is the back, so we have the grey bit here and nothing here. The fuel cap bit is more defined than it is on the regular version, or the old version I should say. Yep, different blues again. This is what really makes you kind of think it's a different model. Same thing on the other side with, I don't know, I'm not sure. I think they've got about the same amount of dirt, to be honest. But yeah, they definitely are different models. This has got a bit more height to it than this one. So that's pretty cool. Also, I've got to talk about the mirrors. I've just got one mirror to the side there, which is pretty cool indeed. Alright then, let's get on to the next racer. Alright then, here he is. The one you guys have probably more been waiting for. I know this is certainly the main reason I got the pack. And now here is Jett Robinson. Very, very cool looking dude indeed. He has a very, like I said, similar shape to Edwin Cranks, which is pretty cool indeed. Just a bit shorter, I think. So let's get on to the physical review of this guy. So as we come up here, we've got two headlights on either side looking cool. One main sort of light and then maybe like a fog light, or maybe these are the regular lights, and then here we have like high beams that would come on, something like that. We've got his mustache grille, which feels really, really cool. I love that. Very old school grille. Nice happy expression. He looks very chilled. It's just like he's happy to be there. It's like it's his passion. He doesn't take it too seriously. I think this is a separate piece. Yep, separate piece of a bumper. Looks great. Here, all we have on the front of the car is "Make Way." This is how it sort of used to be. No sponsors, nothing like that. The wheels, these are very, very skinny wheels on this car, but it makes sense. We have Myrtle Beach, South Carolina there. Awesome. With a silver trim, number 17, with these very simple dashes on, looking awesome. His wind mirrors here are separate pieces, which is cool. Also forgot to mention the eyes there. As you can see, separate pieces, nice green eyes. Probably a bit too big, but I think they work. The windows are also separate pieces. You can tell they're a bit recessed in, but also they still look really, really great. On the roof, very simple again, just number 17, kind of like a next gen sort of style where it's offset and it's not quite in the middle, with Jett Robinson there. Due to the quotations, we can probably make out that Jett isn't his actual name, but maybe they call him, oh, he's the Jett because he's fast, something like that, you know, it's one of the quicker racers. Here we have Southern Gold. It says high test gasoline, so maybe that's what he's running. This also suggests where he's from as well. Makes sense because racing did start in the south. Number 17, Southern Gold, high test gasoline. It looks like it's been a bit cut off there actually, which looks a bit strange, but oh well. We have his two headlights here, which are actually, they do actually stick out. Trunk sort of lever there as well, you can see. He's very, still basic, he's still a normal car. His separate bumper piece again, and it says South Carolina B09-25P. There's no way I'm reading what's underneath at all. We have exactly the same on the other side, looking cool with a silver trim, high test gasoline and all that stuff, which looks great. These wheels also look really, really cool. I'd imagine if they were China, they probably wouldn't have the hole in the middle. So whereas Thailand, that's what they do. The base is also really cool. It's a completely different colour. And once again, this proves my theory that all Thailand cars have sort of paint over the back rivet. This one doesn't suffer too bad. We also have two codes. Don't know what that means. This also has the same code as Cam Spinner, I think, because they're in the same case. Does it have the same one as Doc? Oh my god, I can't see it shining. Yes, it does, yeah. So I think this is the same as Cam. You can see some of the basic parts under here, like his steering, his exhaust there. Very cool. I like this a lot. This is a really cool car. I hope they keep using this body shape. That would be awesome. We need more races because I definitely saw a lot more races with his body shape. So we need more guys like this guy. Also, here is Edwin Cranks. He doesn't have the moustache, but there is a guy like him who's blue, which I do have. I can't think of his name. Who looks like him, but you can see we got the double lights, which he has there. Don't have these fancy headlight side view mirrors. We do have this chrome piece again, and the windows are very, very similar. We have the little lights like that, and the bumper, which is also very similar. Obviously, this guy's a lot bigger as well, which I'd imagine is probably a bit more accurate, but very cool nonetheless. So now, let's rest them down here, or if we just bring them here, and then we bring in the rest of the gang, then we kind of, if I can even fit them all in. Right, if we fit Junior just in there we go. We kind of got quite a few going here now. We need, I suppose, Duke is coming out, and Leroy, and then we got quite a few races then. Alright then, let's set these guys back down here for now. Alright then guys, that's going to be it for this video on Dirt Track Fabulous Hudson Hornet and Jett Robinson. I hope you guys really did enjoy. I don't have any other new cars to review right now. I'm keeping my eye out for cars like Leroy and stuff. So I may go back to maybe some older cars or just some cars I think you'd be interested in seeing. But anyway guys, thank you for watching. I hope you guys do subscribe if you do enjoy, because let's see if we can get to 500 subscribers by, hopefully not by the end of this year, hopefully sooner than that. But anyway guys, thank you for watching. As always, I'll see you in the next diecast review.